Democrats seem to be seizing upon this, and Republicans are blasting
he said, she said, because again, a lot of this stuff you can check. I mean, look, the president today lied on Twitter about never calling John McCain a loser. Now he's asking us to believe that, okay, he's lying about that today because we can check and see the footage, but he's not lying about the other stuff. He must think we're all suckers. And the amazing thing to me is how little respect he has for the intelligence of his own supporters.
John Bolton, obviously no longer a great supporter of the president, but he said he was there in the room. And you may have heard the clip at the beginning of the show. He said the call not to fly to Ain Marne on Air Force One, or I'm sorry, on Marine One, was simply because of bad weather. It had nothing to do with the president's desire not to go there.
All right, this isn't complicated. General Dunford was there. General Kelly was there. If the president wanted to be there, he would have been there. Now, maybe they're using weasel words saying it's because of bad weather, because, you know, if he didn't want to go because the weather would have messed up his hair, then I guess technically you could say it's because of bad weather. But the bottom line is, if he wanted to be there, he would have been there. Look, this is a lot bigger than whether the president went to a ceremony or not. This is a fundamental disrespect that we have seen the president show. We've seen it with our own eyes in the statements he's made in public. It just turns out that we've got a lot of people from inside the administration willing to reveal that behind the scenes, it's even worse.
The president's National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2020 is what, a $738 billion increase in defense spending. He says he supports the military with everything, including the national checkbook.
Well, ask yourself this. If somebody you love went to serve, if somebody you know didn't come back, does the president signing off on some big program to you make up for the insult of him describing America's war dead as losers? To me, the answer is pretty clear. And by the way, if you're a Republican and you've always voted Republican, and it's hard for you to join the many Republicans who are walking away from this president, think about this. Years later, we're going to look back on this moment and see that you could either be a John McCain Republican or a Donald Trump Republican. But you got to choose. Think about which you'd rather be.